So after last week's video about the Jim will Fix It book was surprisingly successful, I've decided to follow it up with another video about an ex-Radio 1 DJ. Only this one hasn't been accused of any crimes at the time of recording. It's Noel Edmonds with the multicoloured Noel Edmonds Annual from 1979. I was only 4 years old when this book was published, so I probably got it second hand some years later. I do remember his Saturday morning show, Multicoloured Swap Shop, a forerunner of Going Live and Saturday Superstar. But despite the title of this annual, there's no references to it. It's all about Noel. So let's have a look. So this is it, the multicoloured Noel Edmonds Annual. Big picture of Noel at the cover, as well as some pictures of ABBA and Kevin Keegan and some other band. If you were thinking, oh, there'll be interviews with all these famous people, you'll be out of luck. Inside, another photo of Noel. There's a lot of these. And a letter from him. Hi there, before I leave you all to enjoy the annual, I'd like to give special thanks to two people who've helped me with the whole project. Together we've had some super laughs, and I don't think I could have managed without their help in all these pages. The first is Jerry, who's a girl, ! Who helped in getting the writers for our more specialist features. None of the writers are credited at all. And the second was Dave, no surname, who put all the features and pictures together. The annual was merely an idea in the back of my mind at the start of the year. Then Publisher Johnny decided he'd put the idea down on paper. From there we've gone through months of talking, suggesting and actual hard work. But it's all been tremendous fun. I just hope you enjoy it all as much as I did. Enjoy a read. And there's a signature of Noel Edmonds, as well as Nicola Manson was presumably the girl who owned the book before I did. If you're out there, Nicola, then say hello in the comments. Turn the page, and your stars reveal all. Yes, there's an astrology page in an annual, for some reason. Who could resist reading their horoscopes every time they flick through a paper or magazine? Me. Yet most people insist they don't believe in it because it's rubbish. Until a prediction comes true, never. We've been looking at the stars to see just what they reveal for you in the coming year. I'm an Aries, so it says, love life, the coming year sees lots of lovely new partners, but none very serious. You enjoy gadding about too much to get serious over any one person. Enjoy yourself while you're able. Alright, so it's basically saying I'm a slut. Thank you very much. To be honest, this isn't really aimed at me. If you look at some of the other categories, Aquarius says, he's been a tower of strength up to now. You don't know how lucky you are to keep a tight hold. Pisces, it says, he's been after a date with you for ages, so why not give him a try? Don't let what the other girls say put you off. After all, they're probably just jealous. So I think this book was probably aimed at heterosexual young women, which does bring to mind the disturbing possibility that Noel Edmonds might have been a sex symbol back then. That's a very scary thought. Moving on. 6 of the best. Who could deny that Britain has produced some of the best pop around in the last decade, the 70s? There just isn't room to mention all the great acts, so we're giving you just a cross-section of the cream of the talent in town. So there's profiles of Dire Straits, fair enough. Dollar, they were popular at the time, I think. The Babies, never heard of them. The Jam, yep, good band. Darts, they're also pretty good, yeah. And the Boomtown Rats. So, yeah, well, Noel Edmonds was a Radio 1 DJ, so it makes sense that there'd be pop content in it. Fair enough. Then we have The Passage That Went On Forever. This is actually a rather scary ghost story. I won't read all of it, but the ending has the main character turned into a painting for the rest of her life. It was quite scary when I first read it at the age of, I don't know, 7 or 8 probably. Then we have puzzle pages, so most of which have been filled in by Nicola, who signed the book at the start. And there's ones that she is too thick to do. And then there's a page about the Radio 1 football team. Oh dear. No, I don't think any of them were paedophiles. So, lucky escape there. Have you got what it takes? There's certainly something that could make you a star. Try out a quiz and see what we mean. Yeah, this is the sort of thing that would have featured in girls' magazines at the time. This is definitely like an annual-sized version of like Jackie magazine or something. At school or in a large group, if you're picked out by the teacher or leader to read something out loud, do you A. Rise unsteadily, aware of all those eyes on you, and blush before stammering out the passage? B. Stand up, give everyone a dazzling smile, and proceed too slowly to read out loud and clear? Or C. Leap up, read out the passage too quickly so you get it over and done with, then promptly lose yourself in your own thoughts? Now the correct answer is obviously B. In fact, all the right answers are pretty obvious. If you get the lowest scores, it says you're a sensitive and dreamy person. Not for you to be up on stage in the bright lights, but perhaps you'll write the hit play that they're starring in. Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. If you scores the most, there's no doubt about it, you want to be noticed and you'd love to be famous. But remember, there's more to being a star than just having your picture in all the magazines. Well, not much. A lot of very hard work and disappointment might come before you succeed. But good luck. Well, that means a lot. We have Noel's top tricks. You need a fork and spoon, a used matchstick, and a tumbler. Well, I don't have any matchsticks because I don't smoke, so can't do that. You can read people's minds. This neat trick leaves a pen and paper handy. With luck, you should be able to read a person's mind. How? Read closely what to do. Without letting the other person see what you're writing, but letting him know that you are scribbling something down, write the number 3 on a piece of paper and I can read your mind next to it. Next step, now fold the paper so the other can't read what you've written, and this time in front of them, write down the numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now ask them to pick a number. We can guarantee that they'll select number 3 every time. How? How can you guarantee that? When they've told you the number, all you have to do is unfold the paper and show them what you've written. It can't fail. Yes, it can. There's a 1 in 4 chance. If you go on Britain's Got Talent with that, you'll never get through. History lessons. Millions of us get glued to our television sets every Thursday night to see and hear our favourite stars on Top of the Pops. So we're going to take you on a guide tour, come history lesson. A different time, on how the show began. Unfortunately, there is a picture of Jimmy Savile in this next page. You really can't get away from him, it seems. So I'll move swiftly on. It's the Show Jump Show. 2 pages about show jumping. Noel Edmonds was president of the British Horse Society for 3 years, so it makes sense that he'd want this in. Noel inside and out. Picture of Noel with his first wife shortly before their divorce. And a picture of Noel with his fancy sports car. That is actually quite impressive. But he lives in New Zealand now, so he probably had to sell it. Wouldn't have been able to ship it over. Pin-ups of Leo Sayer and Rod Stewart. Yeah, they're still alive, I think. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Do-it-yourself time. Oh yeah. The book's aimed at young women, so what are they like? Sewing and knitting. Yeah, let's just put that in. Here, you're looking good. 2 pages about makeup tips. Keeping your hair in good shape means a regular cut about every 2 months. Don't try and do it yourself because you'll only regret the result. Looking after your eyes is very important. If they're tired, you'll probably need a good night's sleep. Well, this is just dynamite stuff here. Terrific teeth, spelt wrongly. I don't know who the copy editor was, or any of the other writers. Smile's no good to anyone if your teeth in bad shape. Visit your dentist every 6 months to check for tooth decay. You'd be lucky to find one nowadays. More pin-ups for Jam and Blondie. No more boys, they're taking over. Hooray for the girls. Profiles of some female singers. mainly concentrated on their looks for some reason. The first two things one noticed about Kate Bush is that magnificent mane of hair and those juicy eyes. Yeah, not her incredible voice or her wonderful songwriting talent. No, her hair and her eyes. Then we have Olivia Newton-John with her secret of staying slim. Anna about keeping calm. Joan Armatrading talking about her smile. Would you agree with us that Elkie Brooks has the most marvellous lips, just good enough to kiss? Well, guessing Noel might have written this one. Susie out the Susie the Banshees talking about food. I mean, this is just ridiculous. And the girls of the Dooleys talking about how to show off their shoulders. All very periods oriented. More pin-ups. ABBA and John Travolta. You've got it made how to brighten up an outfit. Your jeans wearing a bit thin at the knees, and chop them off, and you'll have a great pair of shorts. And more pin-ups. Andy Gibb and Elvis Costello. Sadly, this look is not popular nowadays, otherwise I'd be a pin-up myself. Keep It in the Family. Feature about some family pop singers. The Osmonds, Jacksons, the Dooleys, and the Bee Gees. Yes. And then we have the recipe pages. Because apart from sewing and knitting and makeup, what else do young women like? Cooking, yes, that's it. I don't have time to do all these recipes right now, but maybe in a future video. Or maybe not. Boomtown Rats. Kevin Keegan was apparently a pin-up. Racing, darts. Lots of them. Job in a Million. About a photographer. Fascinating. Another quiz. How well can you cope? Mum sets the chip panel light while you're in the kitchen. What do you do? A. Shout for help from Dad and then try to help Mum down the flames. B. You faint. C. Get so excited about helping that you end up burning yourself in the process. Yeah, again, the right answer is pretty obvious, and the wrong answer is equally obvious. How to make your first million. First of all, the facts. You are extremely broke and are heartily sick of seeing other kids cleaning the mud off their bikes with fivers. Yes or no? Well, no, because that never ever happens. If you answered yes, keep reading. If you answered no, you're a horrible rich kid, which is just what we want to be. Anyway, buzz off and Tom interview butlers or something. That's actually quite funny. Basically, it's about encouraging kids to do odd jobs, like washing cars, cutting lawns, weeding, golf ball retriever, babysitters, plant sitting. Yeah, 10 quid a lot for your plants. Or pet sitting. Tortoises, budgies, etc. Again, you can look after them for holidays. We know a girl who started a pet shop with all the animals that are never claimed back by the owners. There was an added bonus when both her parents moved out in despair at having to share their bathroom with 3 pythons and a giant toad. Yeah, again, I don't think that ever happened. Black and white pictures of disco acts. Very 1979. Oh, now here we have Noel Edmonds answering all your questions and posing for a few more photos. Would you believe that Noel's never had a fan club? All letters to him are usually sent to the BBC. His secretary there answers the ones that deal with Noel's programmes and then sends all personal mail to Dole's home. There his wife Jill takes time and trouble to answer the most of them herself, which may explain why they divorced a few years later. So then it tells you bit about Noel's background, how he became disc jockey, how he joined Radio 1. It's not very interesting, to be honest. Does Noel have any favourite foods? No, he'll eat anything and everything that's given him. He's also got a very straight tooth. Is there time to watch the TV? And if so, what are Noel's favourite shows? Noel likes most comedy shows, like Fawlty Towers, Ronnie Barker, not a show, and The Good Life. Any wildlife series will find Noel glued to the set, as will all creatures great and small. Luckily there's a video machine to record all shows Noel misses. In 1979, that's pretty flash. What is Noel's favourite film of all time? Blazing Saddles. Fair enough, it's a good film. Where did the Edmonds spend their holidays? For a long time they weren't able to take more than 2-3 days at a time off. In the last 2 years they have managed to spend a longer time away on the Isles of Mauritius. Oh, nice for some. When there's only a few days to spare, they just up to the Lake District. Getting the best from your pets. Just how to look after dogs and cats. Dictionary of Dreams. If you're dreaming about clogs, there'll be a wedding soon. Octopus, there's someone around you want to escape from. Queen represents your mother. Yellow represents cowardice, obviously. War, there's an inner conflict going on inside you. Yeah, no kidding. Finally, there's a quiz about people. Unfortunately, the last page has been torn out, possibly by Nicola or maybe by myself at some point. And finally, a page of jokes. Some of Noel's favourite jokes. What did the cabbages say when they knocked on the door? Let us in. Waiter, waiter, will my omelette be long? No, sir, round. Where do the Irish keep their armies? Up their sleeves. That's racist. You can't say that nowadays. Anyway, that was it, the Noel Edmonds annual. I'm sure any teenage girl who found that in a stocking at Christmas Day would have had a pleasant few minutes flicking through it and then tossed it in the back of a cupboard, never to be seen again. Well, that's it for now. For the next few weeks I'll probably be doing videos about the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. If you don't want to miss them, then subscribe to this channel. Or if you want me to look at some more classic annuals, then press like on this video and I'll see what I can dig up on eBay. Goodbye.